If you've been following my channel for a while, you'll probably know that I'm a big fan of Christian Henson, and about a month ago he asked a question that was quite interesting. He asked,
is the felt piano dead? And if it does die, will it die forever? Or will it just die a little bit and come back?
and he went on to speak about how this sound, that is the piano with the celeste pedal engaged, has been used so much and has become such a trope in all kinds of music that it's becoming trendy. And to quote Karl Lagerfeld, trendy is the last stage before tacky. I've had a problem with felt pianos for quite a while now, which isn't so much a problem with the sound, but the issue that whilst they're perfect for intimate and delicate, quiet stuff, the second you try to open the taps and play something that's dynamically a little bit more involving, they hit a bit of a brick wall. And if you've got a large orchestral score, they very often get drowned out a bit. And what I've done to counteract this problem is I've actually layered one or even two pianos on top of a felt piano underneath, and then mixed that according to how loud the score is. That is at least until the end of October, when, in a strange twist of fate, a week before Christian uploads the video talking about this problem, I took delivery of something that may very well be the answer. What's up with you? Be quiet! Is it because you can't see properly? Because you've messed up your pillow and now you're not high enough? It's a very exciting morning. Blue and I are on our way to Westbury, up in the north of Wiltshire, because an instrument that I ordered back in June is finally ready for delivery. And needless to say, I'm on the edge of my seat because it's now, well, late October, and if it's not everything I hoped for, it's going to be quite a disappointment, so here's hoping it is. It's very nice. Yeah. It's still got that same kind of just that delicate feeling to it. It doesn't require a whole lot of effort to play, which some people don't always like. Concert pianists, they need to build up their muscles, but for what I do, it can get really soft and quiet. Oh. So here we are. This is my 1907 Blüthner, lovingly restored, internally at least, by All Instruments in Westbury, and the exterior is left exactly how I found it, which is one of the reasons I love this piano, and it's a story that I'm quite proud of. I'd looked at maybe 10 pianos, and I was at All Instruments, and I asked them if they had any Blüthners in, and they said, well, yeah, we do, but it needs restoration, and it's in the back room. It was a pretty sorry sight, and I thought, well, this isn't going to be very good, but I sat down to play it anyway. It was clickety-clackety and a lot of the notes didn't work, but it was love at first sound. And now it's been restored, it is just perfect. Blüthner, I think it's pronounced Blüthner, but I like saying Blüthner more, so I'm just going to keep saying that. It's among the greats with Steinway and Bosendorfer and all that kind of thing, but as far as I can tell, in my limited knowledge, it seems to fly under the radar a bit. It's the kind of piano that you're more likely to find in a jazz lounge or in a restaurant than on a concert stage. And for good reason. It's a very mellow piano in general, they all tend to be. And I guess the tone would be described as quite docile, and it's not too intrusive, which I think is great for playing at home like I am here in my living room, because I'm not going to annoy the neighbours too much. But furthermore, for the kind of music that I write, which is very often on felt piano, but sometimes building up into louder stuff, it's just ideal. So let's have a listen to it now and see what we think. And the great thing about this is, it'll get down to these extremely quiet, delicate, felt-like tones, but no strip of felt required. So, as you can probably hear, very versatile instrument with a very big dynamic range, but that at the end there was the real magic for me. When you engage the practice pedal, which on a grand piano it actually moves the hammers over so they only engage 2 of the strings, which actually doesn't make any difference down at the bottom here. It's that I really want to try and capture in a virtual instrument of some kind, albeit easier to play than it is here. Like, it's okay to do a static chord with this level of dynamic. You can barely hear the... If I was to play something that was fast, it would get difficult pretty quickly. So if I can record an instrument and then script it in a way where it's actually quite easy to get those really super quiet tones, and then the mid-range of the piano is more the sort of regular quiet, like that kind of level, then I think we've got something that may very well be of a lot of use. At least to me. And so that's what I've done. There's actually 3 dynamic layers in the instrument. There's a loud, there's a sort of normal quiet playing, and then there's that super, super quiet playing, which is raised far higher than it should be, which gives you that felted tone, which you can then, as you start to play louder and louder, opens up into a full concert-sounding grand piano. And you can download this for free in the link in the description from pianobook.co.uk, and if it's not on there, it'll definitely be on my website. I'm still tweaking with it at the moment, and when I've done that I'll upload it, but I'm not entirely sure whether or not that will happen before this video is out. But if it doesn't, I'll make sure that it's kept updated and etc, etc. But if you do download it, please let me know what you think of it, because this is the first time I've ever actually sampled an instrument in Kontakt, and it was a bit of a learning experience. I used a video as an instructional guide, which I've also linked below, which is from Christian Henson's channel. And yeah, this is the Marcus Warner Blüthner Grand Piano.